1418. Incredible us.
Hi, I'm Sukanya Bhagi from 1418, India's first exclusive platform for 14 to 18 years old. I'm a psychologist by profession and I work on developing curriculum and content. Today, I'll be talking to you about how to get yourself off the internet or how to give yourself a digital detox. Now, first, let's start by understanding a little about internet overuse. I want to ask you a few questions. Do you find yourself spending a lot of time on the internet? Do you think that you can't stop yourself from playing games on the internet? Or are you a compulsive shopper on the internet? Or you can't stop scrolling through your social media profiles? You feel anxious or you feel stressed out when there is no network. If that happens to you, know that you are using internet in excess. Now what happens is not all of us are addicted to the internet, but most of us find ourselves using internet in excess, and it becomes very difficult for us to manage our internet use. Now that happens because internet is a great source of information. Internet is entertaining. There's just so much that we can do online. We can shop online, we can play games online, we can listen to music online, we can connect to our friends, families, relatives, and we can know what is happening in whose life. So internet overall is a very helpful creative use of a creative source of information and entertainment. But that is also a problematic scenario for us because of the uses. We often find ourselves overusing the internet. We become overly depending on the internet. Now the thing is that internet is there to support us, to make our life easier, but internet should not enslave us. We should not find ourselves overusing the internet, or we shouldn't feel that our life is all about internet and there is nothing if there is no internet. In fact, I would want to ask you, if you are stuck in a place where there is no network and you probably have to stay a day or two without network, do you think you will be able to do that? I'm sure the answer is no. That is exactly what the problem is. We should never be so much dependent on the internet that we feel there is no life without the internet. Now we need to understand there are a lot of risks and problems which are associated with internet overuse. The first problem is isolation. When we spend a lot of time on the screen, when we spend a lot of time on the internet, we kind of become isolated from the real physical world. We stop spending time with friends, with families, with relatives. We are always on our phone or on our computers, and we feel that we can't feel attached to somebody out in the outside world. And there are no real face-to-face conversations. There's everything behind a screen. That also results in feelings of isolation. It can also have a lot of mental health consequences for you. It can make you anxious. It can make you feel stressed out. It can also make you depressed. Now, there are also a lot of physical consequences. It can put a lot of strain on your eyes. It can give you frequent headaches. It can affect your brain's capability of processing a lot of information. It can also affect your sleeping and eating schedules. So all of these are risks and problems which are associated with internet overuse. Now the good news is that there are some tips and strategies that you can follow to keep a tab on your internet overuse. And you can also make your life happy and healthy by following these strategies. The first strategy is take a lot of breaks. And guys, this strategy has also been very useful for me. I have also personally followed this strategy. So always, in your day, decide a few hours when you would not use the internet. So for example, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, probably 1 hour in the night. If you think that's a lot for you, start by small. Start by 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, 30 minutes at night. Take conscious breaks and tell yourself that, hey, this is the time when I won't use the internet, and I'll make sure that I follow my break. So in your break, do whatever you want to do. Spend time with yourself, spend time with your friends, family, etc. Do any stuff, or just sit sit idly, that's completely okay, but make sure that you're not on the screen when you are taking a break. Second is delete apps. So the best way to not use internet is to delete applications which are consuming a lot of your time. So if you find yourself frequently using an app, you think that it's taking a lot of time from your schedule, just simply delete it. I know it's easier said than done, but if you are able to do that, it's a great way to start your managing your internet use. The third way is time your use. So what you can do is you can keep your friends and families accountable. Tell them that, hey, I won't be online from this time to this time, or I won't use internet for 2 days, or I am on a break for 3 days from the internet. And when you tell it to somebody else, it becomes easier for you to follow it because you have given a commitment, and let them remind you about your commitment. That really helps. Start timing your use. Start thinking about how much time do you spend on the internet. Do you think that time you're spending on the internet is helpful for you? Know about what kind of posts you want to put on the internet. Who do you want those posts to be visible to? So always be very conscious about your internet use and think about it. Don't just take it as ki theek hai, chill karte internet pe, etc. But be very conscious about what you do on the internet, how much time you spend on the internet. The next thing is set morning and evening routines. So now what happens, all of us are guilty of using our phones first thing in the morning. So what happens is we wake up, before we brush our teeth or before we have our breakfast, we look at our phone. We check the notification, we check the likes, dislikes, etc., comments that we have on our phone. That should not be the case. Using phone the first thing in the morning is not a good idea. It can affect your health. It can harm you in a lot of ways. So stop doing that. Start your day with doing something more constructive. And then probably, by the time you've spent 1 or 2 hours, then look at your phone and start making it a habit consciously. And similarly, the last thing that you do before ending a day is you look at your phone. So before sleeping, you check all the notification, the likes, comments, etc. And there is an urge from inside to check on our phones. So we need to get rid of that urge. We need to be very conscious and very mindful about not using our phone first thing in the morning or last thing in the day, and start replacing it by doing something else. So if you think that the first thing in the morning that you do is check your phone, probably start to replace it by reading a newspaper. Or if there's your favorite book, just pick up that book and just read a paragraph, or just talk to your mom or your friend or anybody, but not by using your phone. So do anything except for using your phone. That is a very, very helpful strategy that you can do. The next thing that you can do is spend a lot of time in the social world, in physical settings. And automatically when you spend a lot of time in the social world, you tend to reduce your time spent on the internet. So meet your friends, go for a walk, take your pet for a walk, go for music classes, go for dance classes, go for a hike, go for shopping in the mall. Do anything that you enjoy doing, but in the physical world and not on the internet, and do a lot of social activities. The next thing is start enjoying your boredom. Now what happens is, the reason why we end up using our phone is because we get bored very easily, and we think that if we are getting bored, it's best to use our phone. But start enjoying that time, start doing something else in that time. Or if you want, just sit idle. It's completely okay to sit idle and not use that time on our phone. So start enjoying your time, be more creative about things instead of using the phone when you're getting bored. Pick up a book or go for a walk, start jogging, do some home workouts, do anything, or probably bake a cake. Do whatever you enjoy doing, but other than using your phones, and be very, very conscious about it. The next strategy is start doing a lot of relaxation activities. Now what happens is we tend to use our phone more when we are stressed out, when we are not feeling good, when we are sad or upset. So instead of resorting to our phones as a medium to help us, what we can do is we can do a lot of relaxation activities. Probably do yoga, do meditation, do coloring, dancing, or do anything that makes you relaxed and calm, and that will be very, very helpful for you. Now, the next thing that we need to know is that if we feel that we are becoming overly, attached to the internet, we are spending a lot of time on the internet, or at all if we feel that we have an internet addiction, it's important that you seek help from a counselor or a psychologist, or simply consult your doctor about it. Because if you think that it's affecting your schedule, it is a huge thing. It can have impact on your mental and physical health. So it's okay to seek for help. It's okay to seek for support, because a lot of time we can't do everything by ourselves, and it's important that we seek some help from outside. And what you can also do is you can be mindful of certain signs of internet addiction. You can know that, hey, if somebody is facing those signs, it is time that they need to seek for help. So signs such as you feel anxious when there is no internet, you feel very stressed out when there is no internet. It starts affecting your life in different ways. For example, you start missing school because of internet in some or the other way, or you get late to school because of the internet. So it start affecting your life in different way. Or you feel that you are kind of getting detached from your family. Even that is a sign of internet addiction. So if it starts affecting your life, it's very unhealthy. Always be watchful of the signs. If you feel you're getting withdrawn from your friends, families, or people who work close to you, you're getting a lot of agitated, irritated, etc. when there is no internet, you find yourself feeling anxious, you can't focus on anything other than the internet, or if there is no internet you can't function properly, then you need to be very mindful of these signs, and you need to start seeking help and support for your own health. So I really hope that you liked this video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to 1418. I'll see you soon with another video. Till then, bye, take care.
1418. Incredible us.